Hello, I'm Dave Filoni, work at Lucasfilm, and grew up here in Pittsburgh, and I'm a huge Pittsburgh Penguins fan.
Oh, here's a break by the Rangers, moving in, a shot saved by Michel Dion, but Barry Beck.
I became a Penguins fan with my brother Mike. When we were kids, we would play street hockey, a lot of street hockey. It was tough being a fan. We didn't win a lot of games back then, but we loved the team. Rick Kehoe was kind of our marquee player. My favorite player was Michel Dion, our goalie, who was an all-star. Back then, the thought of winning a Stanley Cup or even making the playoffs seemed very far-fetched. And of course, that all is well known, changed when Mario got drafted. And suddenly we became this juggernaut, not immediately, but over the years.
Time runs out. The Stanley Cup has come to the city of Pittsburgh. The 1991 Stanley Cup champions, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Penguins will have a charter flight coming back to Pittsburgh tonight, and we would expect a lot of people probably to be at the airport. Just be careful coming out. It's going to be rather late.
I don't even know how we got the idea to go to the airport. It just seemed like the right thing to do. And as you got close to the airport, you saw more and more throngs of fans. And my brother and I were both in the Mount Lebanon band, and so we brought a trumpet. Someone at the games used to have one as well and would, sound off charge. And we did that as we came into the main reception area outside the airport, and everyone just yelled thunderously. It's an amazing moment for the city, and lasted well into the morning. I think we woke up in a gas station with a cop tapping on our window because the cars had been all jammed, so you couldn't even leave if you wanted to. And they were fine, like they got it. Everybody knew what was going on. I went to school at Edinburgh University of Pennsylvania. It was a school that had an animation program, which back then was pretty unique. But eventually it really just took flying out to LA, meeting people, doing interviews, showing portfolios. You meet enough people, you get a job. One of the keys there is that you just got to find something you really like to do. It's work, it's still a challenge, but you feel good when you're doing it, and you get surrounded by people that like the same thing you do, and that makes a tremendous difference. I wear a lot of Pittsburgh stuff on set. I like to represent. There are a lot of Kings fans, obviously, where I work. I haven't seen any Flyers stuff on set, so that's good. I think people got the message there. If they are fans, they kind of are secret right now. There's a lot of support for this team in the galaxy far, far away, that's for sure.
Plachta, he restores and he scores. Matthias Plachta. Heck of a shot, kid. That's 1 in a million, and the Penguins are back within 3 with 4 minutes to go.
It came to my attention that the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins were doing a Star Wars night, and that they had jerseys, which kind of blew my mind. I mean, this is for me, an epic crossover. And I had Lucasfilm reach out to them and say, I would like to see if I could get one of these jerseys. And that kind of started a communication between me and Brian Coe out there. And he asked if I'd like to design a jersey for them for Star Wars Night. I was like, that's unbelievable. And I get to do a lot of cool things with my job and design a lot of things in the galaxy far, far away. But a hockey jersey for a Penguins affiliate team, yeah, that ranks really high for me personally. I started designing these jerseys for Star Wars Night. I was invited out there to drop the puck on their Star Wars Night. It was a great experience, and I've done it every year since. It's been very fun. And so the first one I did was this one, which I wanted to keep incorporating somehow the triangle, the golden triangle of Pittsburgh. Darth Vader, I thought would give the team a lot of strength, a lot of power. And then also, oddly, then I realized that, well, it also makes a V for Vader. I don't think Stormtroopers get enough love, so wanting to do a white jersey after having done a dark, it just kind of seemed like a simple, iconic thing to do. This classic banding here with Star Wars on the front, with the yellow stripe. This also reminds me of the opening crawl of Star Wars. So if you think of the opening crawl of Star Wars, it's black and gold. I mean, so also Pittsburgh. Here's Mando. This is this year's jersey they just wore. Mando was a tough one. I didn't want to do silver on the helmet, but just a simplified design of the helmet to just be pretty iconic. I also think as a goalie, you see a bright logo like that, you throw a lot of shots right in on this, guys get frustrated. But imagine how cool it would look as the game used, and it's got puck marks on Mando's helmet. This one might be my favorite. This was one of the clones had a black and yellow scheme. Commander Cody and Obi-Wan's group. So I put that clone on the front, and we did these angled sides and right here, which is just like the armor they wear.
One of our favorite theme nights of the year. It's Star Wars night. The Penguins and the Montreal Canadiens, the Pens hitting the ice.
It is an amazing thing to see this Star Wars crossover, an opening crawl on the board talking about the Penguins. It's all very bizarre, and yet, you know, I'm not going to argue with it. I'm just going to kind of experience it. I think a lot of people at Lucasfilm think I have a lot more to do with it, but it all just happened organically, Star Wars and the Penguins. It's not, I didn't force it, but I'm here for it.
Number 36, Dave Filoni.
I'm here in Pittsburgh for the Mary Lemieux Fantasy Hockey Camp, which benefits the Mary Lemieux Foundation. To come to camp and know that, yes, it's great because I love hockey, but knowing that it's supporting such a great foundation that he and his family started is also significant to me to help be a part of that.
Big chance for Charles Bell on the right wing circle coming down. He puts the shot on, but Filoni, the force was with him on that one.
Hanging out with these guys and watching them play, watching them skate, seeing that they still love it the same way that you as a fan love it, as somebody that's also grew up playing hockey but not achieving near the heights that they did. It's just great to be out there with them and share this love of the game with everyone here. It's a great event.